Have you ever gone on vacation or been at a resort and wherein you have folks that pull you into a room and try to sell you one of these timeshares? Folks, wake up, open up your eyes. Timeshares are dangerous. Do not get involved in it, no matter what it is. It can ruin your credit, it can damage your financial status, and it can just put you in a lots of legal trouble. Get involved with collections, and it is just not good for your future. Hey, Wealth Pros, this is G Boss here, and I help individuals crawl into wealth by offering them both online and offline opportunities, and also showing them how they can use practical and effective financial strategies to grow their wealth. And we do have a community of wealth crawlers where we empower individuals to make informed financial decisions. We support each other in building and maintaining our wealth, and we share knowledge and experiences. Folks, what is timeshare? By definition, timeshare is a shared ownership model of vacation real estate, which of course is a lie, right? Uh, but that is the concept that most people try to sell you, especially with these different sales page. Even though you may think that you are saving or trying to get involved into real estate, it's a lie because timeshares does not appreciate in value. It depreciates. And to get rid of timeshare is very difficult. So stay to the end of this video and learn a little bit about timeshare. The information I'm going to share with you here today can actually save you. I want you to watch this video in entirety before you even get involved in purchasing the timeshare, because you have to understand there are different types of timeshares, right? You have the fixed week timeshare, the floating timeshare, and the point system timeshare. With the fixed week timeshare, usually it's where you go and visit the property of either a hotel or resort once a year. And if you cannot go that particular year, you forfeit your spot or your time frame. If you want to go another week that is not your assigned week, you have to pay a hefty fees, right? Just to change your week. So this in any way is not beneficial, right? You got floating week where you can like maybe choose one or two other weeks in between within a year to actually go and visit the timeshare. You have the point system where you have to accumulate points, right? By either maybe visiting other resorts or doing something else within the structure of that company to be able to accumulate points that you can use to visit your timeshare or visit a property of that company. And folks, how does timeshare work, right? This is something that a lot of people get prey to, right, or prey on for when it comes to the ownership structure of timeshare, because they look at the deeded ownership of within a timeshare and they think they actually own real estate, which of course no, you do not own real estate. You just own a block time of that property, which of course could be anywhere between 5 to 7 days that you can use that facility for, maybe 2 weeks, depending on how much you pay for it. And that's not only real estate, right? Because there's this illusion. A lot of people think that by them owning a timeshare, they are actually participating in real estate. As I mentioned earlier, timeshare does not appreciate. It doesn't, right? So it just gives you the right to use the property at a particular time. That is it. You just have the right to use the property at a particular time. So the usage of a timeshare can be either annually or biannually or split week, right? So annually means that you can use it once a year, All right, but I know that you can use it maybe it will occur like every 2 years. So split week where you can like maybe split the week off with somebody else and to be able to use the timeshare. Right, they got some timeshares that you have a maybe like a whole week. You can go like 3 days, and somebody else go like 4 days, or you go 4 days, somebody else go 3 days, like that, right? And it's in its entirety just craziness, it's just foolishness, right? So folks that get involved in the timeshare, they are usually being coerced, right? They're being forced. That's how I consider it, right? Into getting into timeshare, because these salespeople use different marketing approach or different approaches, right? And they one of the common reasons that people purchase timeshare is because they think it's a guarantee vacation spot, which of course, if you actually look at everything surrounding timeshare, it's not guaranteed, because when you factor in your personal life, you factor in your family's life, especially if you have kids, and you factor in your kids' life, you understand that you be able to go there at a particular time sometimes will become difficult. So the essence of it being considered as a guaranteed vacation spot is only advantageous to the company, but it's not advantageous to you. Let's take for example, you purchase a timeshare, allows you to go to the timeshare every year, the second week in July. Understand that when you start having kids get involved into other activities, that second week every year is not doable any longer. Maybe the first 1 to 5 years of you having a timeshare, or 1 to 2 years, because what I realized that most folks feel comfortable with a timeshare between 1 to 2 years. After the first 2 years, they start having difficulties with the timeshare company. So that's something that you have to actually really take into consideration. So I want you to continue to watch this video to the end so you can fully understand what I'm trying to drive at here when it comes to timeshare and how it can be a great danger to your credit, especially if you're trying to build wealth, right? And your whole goal is to depend on others people's money. Timeshare is not something that you want to get involved in, because the whole concept of it being a savings on future vacation is just a bloody lie, right? Just by you not going to a resort, or you not going to a hotel, that's savings in itself. That's savings in itself. So that's something that you have to take into consideration, because now by you having this timeshare, it's going to force you every year to go on vacation, even if it is not feasible, if it's not in your budget, if it's something that you know very well will affect your financial standing. It's going to force you, because now you feel that you have this timeshare. If you do not go this year, you'll be losing it. You'll be losing your slot. So that's not savings, right? This is an exchange program, right? Where you can exchange it, get involved into like going from one facility to another facility to another facility, and allows you to go from one hotel to another hotel, one resort to another resort. You can travel the world, right? That's just all marketing gimmicks and tactics that these folks use. And I just think that those are reasons in themselves that should scare you away from even getting involved in these timeshares. And most of these sales page, right? I've been involved in one of them before. I never signed up for the timeshare, but that day they wasted almost like 6 hours of our vacation, my wife and I, right? In the Caribbean, trying to sell us a timeshare. And we refused to get it. I personally refused to get it. So they'll come and try to like lure you in with gifts, right? Because I personally, that what got me, because my first time encountering it. But after I did the calculation in my head, at that time I did not really know much about timeshare. But after I did the calculation, long term, I was going to be spending versus the sunglasses and the hat and other stuff that it gave us that day, it didn't make sense to me, right? The free gifts and incentives, It just didn't make sense to me. So that high pressure sales presentation, that's another tactic that these folks use, right? And wherein they are pretty much trying to emphasize that it's going to be an exclusive program for you. You're going to benefit a whole lot from it. No, no, folks, that gives you all the reason to run, because all these different luxury accommodation, prime location, long-term saving is all a lie. It's all a lie, right? Because if you want to buy a gift for yourself, you can save up your own money and buy a gift. That's enough savings. Everything that surrounds timeshares, the sales pitch, it only benefits the salesperson because they get a hefty commission from it. It does not benefit you, the consumer. Stay away from timeshare. That's all I can tell you. Stay away from timeshare, because in that way you keep more money in your pocket. That's the actual savings, right? Because the financial implication of timeshare can create a huge dent in you trying to crawl into wealth, because you have to take into consideration their initial cost. The purchase price is high. The closing cost is high. So the structure is in a form almost like a real estate deal, based on what I've seen from other folks and other clients, and it's not good at all. It's not good, because now, as you're going to see, I'm going to explain later, they have to pull your credit sometimes. In fact, most times they have to pull your credit just to qualify you to get involved in this timeshare. They have to look at their recurring costs. And this is where a lot of people fall prey and they get into trouble. The annual maintenance fees. The annual maintenance fee, they repair, they upgrade, the assessment fees, everything like that. And have timeshare has a lot of hidden fees, a lot of hidden fees. Folks, it almost like a subprime loan, right? Wherein like every now and then the fees goes up. Even the membership fees, right? They got unexpected expenses, all these different fees that keep on going up. You may purchase a timeshare where you think that it's going to cost you $18,000, and you're supposed to pay maybe like $3,000 down, and every year you're going to be paying the maintenance fees for maybe around like $800. All of a sudden, you get a bill, see now your maintenance fees going up to about $1,000, from $800 to $1,000. Then you look within maybe another year or two, it goes up again to $1,500. That's how timeshares operate, folks. It's something to be afraid of. Do not get involved in timeshare. Run, run. I can tell you that. You can run, because it's going to always have a negative impact on your credit. It's going to have a negative impact on your credit, no matter what it is, because there's so many things that can go wrong with timeshare. So many things that can go wrong with timeshare. I know a lot of people personally. That's the reason why I decided to make this video, because just within the past, I would say maybe 5-6 months, I've had over 7 people that I had to actually talk to about timeshares. People reach out to me for me to talk to them about timeshare to see if it's a good financial investment. It's not. It is not. The summer was coming up on vacation. Folks were hitting them up at those different resorts or hotels for them to get involved into timeshare. It's hard because the rates are high and the rates are never stable, right? And another thing is a long time debt commitment into infinity, or as long as you live and you decide that you want to hold on to that timeshare, we keep on making payments, right? The maintenance fees, all those things, and all those hidden fees will keep on popping up. You keep on making those payments. And Lord behold, do not miss a payment. Because if you do miss a payment, timeshares are very, very quick to put a ding into your credit score. They will take you to collection fast. They're going to take you to collection really, really fast. right? And when they foreclose on your timeshare, now it starts to damage your credit history. All kinds of legal ramification that comes into play. They're going to take you to court. It just create a lot of headaches. Timeshare is one of the worst investment to get in. I do not even know how it's even being considered as a real estate investment. Maybe because it's a building and it's actually real estate that some form of real estate, short-term real estate that you renting from another company for vacation. But this is just bad investment. Do never get involved into timeshare. Like I mentioned earlier, right? You got a lot of legal ramifications that pretty much come around timeshare, that surrounds timeshare, right? Because you have to really look at when you get involved into timeshare, you are signing a lot of legal contractual documents, right? And these are risks that you put yourself in, and it is very, very difficult to cancel or exit a timeshare because it's a binding contract, right? And you have all these perpetuity clauses that keeps you into a timeshare for a long period of time, indefinitely. So these are things that really can make it difficult when you try to get out of it. It gives you all these legal problems. And please do never ever say you're just gonna stop paying your timeshare fees or membership fees. Don't do that. It's preferable for you to talk with the company or get professional help, but do not just ever, don't ever just stop making payments. Because now when you start to default, the consequences, right, the legal actions can actually hammer you down very hard because you're breaking a contract, right? There's a lot of financial penalties that can actually put a deeper hole into your pocket. So it's never a good idea to just stop making payments, right? And there's also, like, consumer protection that you can actually laws that you can use in your favor to see how best you can exit a timeshare, right? If you're trying to cancel it, so you want to make sure that you seek legal counsel before even decide to stop making payment. Unless you really don't have the money and you just want to stop paying in order to give yourself a little breathing space or room. But make sure before you do that, you contact lawyers or somebody who can help you. But don't just stop making payment, right? Even if you have to go through a company, but be very careful because they have a lot of scam companies out there that will try to take advantage of you. So after listening to everything I've said about timeshare, right? Do you think it is still cool to get a timeshare? I'm going to pause here for you to just reflect on it. Think about it. Do you think it's cool for you to still get a timeshare? Do you think getting a timeshare is actually an investment? Do you think this is a good real estate investment? Personally, for me, heck no. It's not cool at all. It's not an investment. No way. Because this is not a practical financial strategy that can help you crawl into wealth. Absolutely not. But folks, there's always alternative to timeshare. It's always alternatives, right? You can get a, vacation property. You can rent a vacation property, right? You got Airbnb. When you're going out, do a hotel. It's very flexible. Cost savings. This is actually savings, in my personal opinion. Because I take my family on vacations all the time. Some of these vacations allow you to pay in advance. Then every night, then you make minimum payments until like maybe closer to the actual departure date or the date that you have to use the facilities. Then you can make the full payment. I took my kids to Disney last year. This year we traveled out of the US for vacation. and we've been planning it, making payments on it. And some of these spots where you go to them, you get all inclusive. To me, that is the actual savings when it comes to that, right? You can actually use your loyalty program with these different hotels, right? I always go with the Marriott. I have the point system with the Marriott where you can end up getting free rooms after you accumulate I think about what almost what 40,000 or 60,000 points like that. To me, that's the best way to go about it. You got a Travels Club. You can actually use it where you have access to exclusive deals when you do these travel clubs. You have to save. You get rental cars and everything like to your advantage. It's very, very important. And most importantly, right? This is why I always push investing in actual real estate. Because when you invest in an actual real estate, you have the ability for that property to appreciate in value, to go up in value. Then you get a rental income. You can now take that rental income and go on vacation all over the world, travel. If you're in the United States, you can travel anywhere in the United States. Absolutely. Absolutely. If you want to travel abroad to Europe, you can definitely travel, use your rental income if you save it up properly, budget properly to be able to rent different properties out of the country. So these are the alternatives, in my opinion, to a timeshare, right? Because now the most important thing is like you have to protect your credit, right? You have to protect your credit, especially if you want to crawl into wealth. Managing obligation, budgeting for fees and payments, prioritizing expenses. Having a timeshare limits you from doing this, right? And again, when you protecting your credit, no matter what it is, right? If you're struggling from payments, all right? If you're struggling from payment, you can like when it comes to the timeshare company, you can definitely communicate with them. Like I said earlier, do not just walk away. Make sure you communicate with with the company. It's very, very important. And if you do decide to walk away, I would say before you do that, you want to talk to a financial advisor or seek legal counsel that specializes in timeshare. Don't just walk away. Don't just walk away. But if you decide to do that in order for you to be able to save, then that's when you can definitely go about and do it. But folks, just keep in mind that no matter what it is, the whole essence of getting timeshare is just wrong. It's not a good business decision. It is not a good personal financial decision to get involved in with any timeshare company. No matter what it is, you want to make sure that you know what you are doing. A lot of people have fallen into trouble just by getting involved into timeshare. And folks, this is why I want to drill down into your brain for you to understand. Do not be pressured by any salesperson when you go on vacation, because you decide to go on vacation to spend time with your loved one and your family, right? You do not want to be pulled away for 4 to 6 hours listening to a sales pitch. If you like me, I spent about 6 hours listening to that and I still did not purchase that timeshare. Only because I just stayed there because I wanted the gift. Because they said they're going to give me a gift. I did not even know what the gift was until after we finally decided to walk away, and it's like, okay, no problem. And the thing that really sucked about it, because the first person that came in couldn't close the deal. We got transferred to about 7 different people. 7 different individuals. And the last person was maybe the manager or whoever at that point. And when he finally decided that he couldn't close us, then he realized that, we're not going to get the timeshare. He decided for us to leave. Folks, we wasted 6 hours out of our vacation. Do not fall victim for timeshare. Absolutely do not fall victim for timeshare. Because no matter what it is, timeshare is very damaging and it's no good, like I mentioned. Very damaging and no good. You see, look at all these beautiful buildings, all these different places that they would try to sell to you to tell you that you can go to whatever result. Now, when you're trying to get that result at a particular time, you cannot get access to it. Now, if you're trying to upgrade to a different result, you have to pay additional fees that they never told you about. You can use that money and put it away and go on a very nice vacation with your kids, or you can even take that and put it into their 529. So folks, that will be it for this video. And I would just like to just say thank you for taking the time to look at my timeshare video. I will be bringing another video entitled that discusses how you can actually get out of timeshare. So please sit by and look out for that video. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, go ahead and do so. Like, comment, and share. And make sure you press that notification button, right? The bell notification, so that anytime I drop a video on timeshare and how you can be able to like use different strategies to exit from timeshare, you'll be able to receive that notification. So until next time, remember, wealth crawlers, you are the architect of your own financial future. Do not allow anyone to tell you how to crawl into wealth. Peace.